Hello, dear students. Let's start a new chapter. Chapter number 6, Chemical Reaction of class 8 in subject chemistry. Now, let's open your chemistry book and come on the page number 68. Now, the name of the chapter is Chemical Reactions. So, first, what is the chemical reaction? You already know that in the previous chapter. What is the chemical reactions? The process in which new or more new substances with totally different properties are formed is called chemical reaction. So, in a reaction in which one or more new chemical substances are formed which having the different nature and properties and chemical constituents than the previous, that reaction is called the chemical reaction. As for example, when burning, for example, when a fuel is burnt, the products which are formed have totally different properties from that of the fuel. So when we burn the fuel, suppose we burn the fuel having the carbon compounds, carbon and hydrogen compounds generally. When you burn the fuel in presence of oxygen, they produce the CO2 gas. And CO2 gas having the different nature as compared to the fuel, and also produce the heat and light. So in this reaction, the CO2 gas produced is having the completely different chemical nature as compared to the fuel and oxygen. Oxygen support the life. Most of the living animal and plant respire by using the oxygen and obtain their energy. But CO2 never support the respirations, never support the life of the animals. So the chemically different substance formed during this reaction. So this is a type of chemical reaction. Now in the chemical reactions, the substance which entered in the reaction, initially involved in the reaction, the substance which initially involved in the reactions, that substance called the reactants. So the substance that are initially involved or which react together, that all substances are called the reactants. Now what is the product? The new substances which are formed by the breakdown or combination of reactants, that new substances are called the product. So the substances which are formed after the reaction, that substances are called the products. Now what happens in the chemical reaction? Generally in the chemical reaction, during a chemical reactions, the bond between the atoms or group of the atoms of the reacting substances breaks, and the atom rearrange themselves, making new bonds to form a new substance with absorption or release of energy in the form of heat or light. Let's see. When hydrogen and oxygen reacts at the high temperature, heating the oxygen gas and hydrogen gas, they produce the water molecule. in these reactions, the hydrogen element of the hydrogen atom, the bond between the hydrogen atom break down. The bond between the oxygen atom break down in the oxygen molecule, and the arrange of the hydrogen and oxygen to each other in such a way that they form the H2O, water. And in this process they absorb the heat. So in the chemical reaction, the bond between the atom or group of atom of the reacting substance, H2 and O2 is the reacting substance, breaks, and the atom rearrange themselves, making a new bond to form a new substance as like the H2O, and they absorb or release the energy. In this process they absorb the energy. So in the chemical reaction, breakdown of the bonds between the atoms and arrange the atoms to form a new substance. Now what is the chemical equations? When the symbolic representation of the chemical reaction, that representation of the elements or formula of the compounds which involved in the chemical reaction, that means the symbolic representation of the reactant and products which involved in a chemical reaction, that symbolic representation is called the chemical equation. As for example, when magnesium burns in the presence of oxygen, then they produce the magnesium oxide. So the magnesium is represented by the Mg, oxygen is represented by the O2, the formula is O2, the symbol of the magnesium is Mg. They produce the magnesium oxide, the formula of the magnesium oxide is MgO. In this reaction, Mg plus O2 is a reactant, are the reactants, and MgO is a product. So the reactant represented by their symbol or formula, and product also represented by their symbol and formula. That representation is called the chemical equation. So the symbolic representation of a chemical reaction by using symbol and formulae of the reactant and product is known as the chemical equation. As for example, when zinc granules added in the concentrated sulfuric acid, then it produces the zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas release. So when the zinc reacts with the sulfuric acid, they produce zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So zinc and sulfuric acid are the reactant, zinc sulfate and hydrogen are the products. Zinc is represented by Zn, sulfuric acid represented by H2SO4, zinc sulfate represented by ZnSO4, hydrogen represented by H2. So the symbolic representation of a reactant and products which involve in the chemical reaction, that symbolic representation is called the chemical equation. So Zn plus H2SO4 combined to form ZnSO4 plus H2. So these are the representation of the chemical reaction, and that is called chemical equation. Now next topic, types of chemical reaction. We are going to details about the different types of the chemical reaction in this chapter. So generally different types of the chemical reaction, but in your class and in your book there are four types of the chemical reaction has been mentioned. Number one, chemical reaction, combination reaction. Number two, decomposition reaction. Number three, displacement reaction. Number four, double displacement reaction. So there are four types of the chemical reactions we are going to discuss in this chapter: combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, and double displacement reactions. So first, combination reaction. So in the combination reaction, two and more than two substances are combined to each other. If suppose A and B are combined to each other to form a new complex substances AB. Suppose A and B combined simple substances, and A and B simple substances combined to form a complex substance AB. That in this reaction is called the combination reaction, and also called the synthesis reaction, because A and B combined to form AB, and AB synthesized from A and B, so it is called the synthesis reaction. Now come on the definitions. A chemical reaction in which two or more substances combine to form a single substance, it's called a combination reaction or synthesis reaction. As for example, A and B combine to form AB. So A and B, two simple substances combine to each other and they form the AB. So this is called the combination reaction, and AB is synthesized from A and B, so it is also called the synthesis reactions. Let's see other examples. Now what happened in the combination reaction? In combination reaction, first, two or more elements combine to form compounds. As for example, iron heated in the presence of sulfur, they produce the iron sulfides. So iron is an element, sulfur is also an element. When heated, the iron and sulfur, they both are combined to form a compound, iron sulfide. Iron sulfide is a compound. So this is a type of combination reaction. Now next, when magnesium is heated or burned in the presence of air, presence of oxygen which is obtained from the air, then they produce the magnesium oxide. So magnesium is an element, oxygen is also an element. They combined in the presence of heat, burning the magnesium in the presence of oxygen. Both are combined to produce a compound, magnesium oxide. So this is a type of combination reaction. Next example, when carbon compound or fuel burn in the presence of oxygen, they produce the carbon dioxide CO2 plus light. So carbon is an element, oxygen is also an element. Both elements are combined to each other, they produce a compound CO2. CO2 is a compound, so it is a type of combination reaction. Now next, an element and a compound combine to form a single product. So in a combination reaction, an element and also a compound combined to form a single product. As for example, when carbon monoxide heated in the presence of oxygen, they produce the carbon dioxide. So carbon monoxide is a compound and oxygen is an element. When both are combined, one compound and one element combined, they form a single product, CO2. It is a type of combination reaction. Next, two or more compounds combined to form a single product. Here, two and more compounds also combined to form a single product. As for example, when calcium oxide, it is also called the quicklime. Quicklime. This quicklime present in the tuna. That tuna you can use for the signing of your wall of the building. So quicklime CaO present in the tuna. When calcium oxide dissolve in the water, then they produce the calcium hydroxide and also a lot of heat. So in this reaction, calcium oxide is a compound, water is also a compound, they produce another compound after combinations. This is also a type of combination reaction. Now, aim of the activity to show the combination reaction between two elements. To show the combination reaction between two elements. So the required materials for this activity are a dish, a pair of tongs, magnesium ribbon, and eye protection mask and a burner. So for this activity, to show the combination reaction between two elements, first we required a dish, a pair of tongs, magnesium ribbon, and eye protection mask and a burner. Now then procedure. First, we wear the eye protection mask. Before starting this experiment, first we wear the eye protection mask, because during this activity some gases and some dust particles release that harm to our eye. So first we wear the eye protection mask, then place the dish on the table. Now look the figure. First place the dish, this is a disk, on the table. This one is a table. First place the dish on the table. Then hold the magnesium ribbon just above the dish with the help of a pair of tongs. Just hold this is a magnesium ribbon. Just hold the magnesium ribbon with the help of the tongue just above the disc. Then burn the magnesium ribbon with the help of burner. This is a burner. Burn the magnesium ribbon with the help of burners. So first take a disc on the table, then hold the magnesium ribbon just above the disc with the help of tongue, then burn the magnesium ribbon with the help of burners. After burning, they produce a dazzling white light and also produce the magnesium oxides. So the observations, what you will observe after this activity. The magnesium ribbon burns with the dazzling white flames and produce a white powder of magnesium oxides. So when you burn the magnesium ribbon with the help of burner, they produce a dazzling white flame and also produces a magnesium oxide, and that magnesium oxide powder collected in the disc just below the magnesium ribbon. Then what you concluded? After this activity, we conclude that this is a type of combination reactions because the magnesium combined with oxygen, to produce the magnesium oxides. So this is a type of combination reaction. Now next activity, to demonstrate combination reaction between two compounds. In the previous activity we have demonstrate that the combination reaction between two elements, but in this activity we can demonstrate the combination reaction between two compounds, not the two elements but between the two compounds. So the required material for these activities are a long glass tube, cotton wool, 2 rubber cork, ammonia solution, ammonia, and hydrogen chloride. A long glass tube, cotton wool, some cotton wool, 2 rubber cork, ammonia, and hydrogen chloride. Now the procedure. Let's see this diagram. Observe this diagram. First, place a long glass tube horizontally on the table. Now this is a long glass tube. Let's see in this diagram. It is a long glass tube that placed horizontally on the table. So first, take in a long glass tube and place this long glass tube on the table. Then divide the cotton wool into two parts. Take in some cotton wool and divide the cotton wool into two parts. So one part of cotton wool in the ammonia solution and other part in hydrogen chloride gas. So take in one part of the, soak the one part of cotton wool in the ammonia solution and other part of the cotton wool in hydrogen chlorides. Now fix both the soaked cotton wool on each end of the tubes. That is, for both ends, fix the cotton wool in the tubes. Now this one is the cotton wool which soaked in ammonia, and this one is the cotton wool which soaked in hydrogen chloride. Then close the tube by fixing the rubber cork on both the sides. This is one is the rubber cork. So close the tube by fixing the rubber cork on both the sides. Leave it for few minutes. So first take in a glass tube, long glass tube horizontally on the table, and take in the wool, cotton wool, and divide the cotton wool into two parts. One part of the cotton wool soaked into the ammonia solution, another part of the cotton wool soaked into the hydrogen chloride. After soak, fix the both soaked cotton wool in each side of the tubes, and then close the tube by fixing the rubber cork on both the ends and leave it for few minutes. Then you can observe that a white rings appear between the both cotton wood. So what happens? What you observe? A white ring of ammonium chloride is formed in the tubes. What happens when ammonia, cotton wool is soaked in the ammonia and one cotton wool is soaked in the hydrogen chlorides? They both react, they both move to each other and they meet to the in the middle portions or just near about to the hydrogen chlorides, because ammonia is a highly volatile gas than the HCl's, and they combine to each other, they forms the ammonium chlorides, white ring of the ammonium chlorides. So you can observe a white ring of ammonium chlorides is formed in the tube. Then what you concludes after this activity? The white ring is formed due to the combination reaction between ammonia and hydrogen chloride. So in this activity, the white ring which is formed by the combination of ammonia and hydrogen chloride. Now the reaction, ammonia reacts with the hydrogen chlorides, both gases move to each other and combine to form the white precipitate or white rings of the ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. So this is a type of combination reaction. Now next reaction is the decomposition reaction. Decomposition, that means breakdown. So in this reactions, a reaction in which a compound breaks into two or more simple substances by the action of heat, light or electricity is called a decomposition reactions. So in a reactions, when a big compounds break down into two or more simpler compounds by the action of heat, light and electricity any as a form of energy, then big substance break down into two or more small substances, simpler substances. That reaction is called the decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction is just reverse of the combination reaction. As for example, when AB, it is a complex and big substance, break down into two smaller substance A and B, that reaction is called the decomposition reaction. So what happened in the decomposition reaction? In the decomposition reaction, generally a compound decomposes to form elements. So a big compound decomposes and they form the elements. As for example, H2O, acidified H2O breaks down into the hydrogen and oxygen when passes the electricity. Let's see this example. When acidified H2O, when electricity is passed through the acidified H2O, then H2O is a compound. That H2O breaks down into their respective element, hydrogen and oxygen. So this is a type of decomposition reaction. Another example, lead oxide. When heated the lead oxide, then lead oxide decomposes into their respective elements, lead and oxygen. Produce the oxygen gas and lead, respective elements. This is a type of decomposition reaction. Now in the decomposition reaction, a compound decomposes to form an element and also a compound. So a big compound decomposes to form an element and also form the another compound. Let's see the example. Potassium nitrate, when heated the potassium nitrate, that potassium nitrate decomposes into potassium nitrite and oxygens. So potassium nitrate is a compound which decomposes into another compound and also an element. Oxygen is an element. Potassium nitrite is a compound. So this is a type of decomposition reaction. Next, in the decomposition reaction, a compound decomposes to form two new compounds. Let's see the example. When heated, the calcium carbonate, select lime, then they produce the two compounds, calcium oxide, quicklime, and CO2 gas. So a compound decomposes to form two new compounds. So this is also a type of decomposition reaction. Now the activity. Aim of the activity is to show the thermal decomposition of a compound. Thermal decomposition, that means decomposes in the presence of heat or rise the temperatures. So when we provide the heat and a substance decomposes into two or more than two simpler substances, that decomposition is called the thermal decomposition. Now the material required are a boiling tube, a clamp stent, burner, and copper nitrate. What the material required? Boiling tube, clamp stent, burner, and copper nitrate. Procedure. Let's see this diagram and come on the procedure. First, take some copper nitrate in a boiling tube and fix it on a clamp stent. So now this one is a clamp stent and this one is a boiling tubes. So taken some amount of copper nitrate in this boiling tube, copper nitrate in the boiling tube, and fix the boiling tube on a clamp stent. Now fix on the clamp stent. Then heat it for some times with the help of these burners. Heated the boiling tubes which containing the copper nitrates with the help of burners for some time. Then what you will observe? A reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxides are coming out from the tube along with oxygens, which can make a glowing splinter burn brightly. So what you will observe? A reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxides are coming out from the tubes along with oxygens, and that oxygen support the glowing splinter burn brightly. So oxygen is a supporter of the burning. So the reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide produce an oxygen released, and also the potassium, also the copper oxide, yellow solid of the copper oxide forms, which remain in the burning tubes. So when heated is stopped, a yellow solid of copper oxide is also formed. So what you will conclude it? On heating the copper nitrate, they decomposes into copper oxides, yellow solid of copper oxides, reddish brown fumes of the nitrogen dioxides, and oxygen gas which support the glowing splinter burn brightly. So the copper nitrate is decomposed into copper oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygens. So this is a type of decomposition reactions. So here the reactions, when copper nitrate heated, they decompose into copper oxide, produce the nitrogen gas, reddish brown fumes, and oxygen gas also. So it decomposes into the three substances. This is a type of combination reaction. This activity shows that copper nitrate, when heated the copper nitrate, they decomposes into their respective copper oxide, copper nitrate, and oxygen. So this is all about the different types of the reaction, combination reaction, and decompositions. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.